Hello and welcome to MJ Studies. Today we will discuss about NAT Gateway. As you know that we are in the networking series, so if you don't check our networking series video networking series playlist, then just go to I button. I put that link in the I button. Just go to I button and check for the networking series. We created VPC, subnets, route tables, internet gateway, and now we are going to create a network gateway. So how we can create NAT Gateway? What is NAT Gateway? So first, NAT Gateway is a gateway by which we can give internet access to our private subnet. In previous video we see that how we can permanently give the internet connection to our private subnet and convert the private subnet into the public subnet. But in NAT Gateway, what we can do, we'll give internet connection to our private subnet for some time for our use. As we'll take an example, that if you are running in the organization, and in that organization the organization runs both public EC2 instances and private EC2 instance servers. So you need to patch every month. There are some patching activity, or there might be some updates are there. So you want to do some upgrades in your private instances. So for that specific time you need the internet connection in your private EC2 instances. So for that purpose we use the NAT Gateway to provide an internet connection for minimum amount of time, or for some specific amount of time. So yeah, how we can create NAT Gateway, how we can use it, we'll see now in this video. So for this, what we do, we created two instances. The first instance is public instance, second instance is private instance. The public instance is with our public with the public IP address, and it is the internet facing instance, and the private instance is not internet facing instance. It is a not assigned with public IP address, it's only assigned with private IP address. So we are going to give the internet connection to this private so now I'm going to connect with our public IP address, and after that, with the help of this public instance, we are going to connect to our private instance. So how we can do this, I'll show you. So I'm going to connect with this public instance with the instance connect. In the instance connect, I am going to connect with this instance. As you see here, it comes up with the details: public IP address, private IP address, and the instance name, and the instance ID. So now here we are connected with the instance. So now we are go into the root user. So here we come in the root user. Along with this, we need to check. I already copied the PEM file, which requires to connect the private EC2 instance to our public EC2 instance. So here you see mj.pem. I already copied this file and give the permission to read only access to this file. Now what I am going to do, I am going to connect with the EC2 instance, the private EC2 instance. So to do that, what we need to do, we need to just type ssh-i. Now our PEM file name mj.pem. Now we need to give the username ubuntu @ after that we need to give the IP address. So for IP address we need to go to the instance, private instance, and just copy this IP address, the 12.0.2.111. Now just paste it over here, and you see the IP is pasted successfully. Now I am going to enter this, and here you see that I am able to connect with my private EC2 instance in the public EC2 instance. So now what I need to do, I need to ping google.com, which is the best way to find that our internet is running or not. So I'll ping google.com, and you see that no internet is running in my this instance. There is no internet is running. So now what I do, I'll make this connected, and I'll put NAT Gateway to the instance and check for the internet connection in the private instance. So what I do, I'll just go to VPC. In the VPC I am going for the NAT gateway. We need to give the name as NG study, or you can give any name as you want. It's optional one. If you want to give the name, then you can give the name. If you don't want to give the name, it's all up to you. Now here we need to give the subnet. So here just remember one thing, we need to give the public subnet address over here, because NAT gateway needs some resources which is connected to the internet gateway, where all the resources which is comes under this subnet will be able to connect with the internet. So we need to give the public subnet, and here connectivity type public. Here we need to give the elastic IP address. If you have any elastic IP address, then you can allocate that elastic IP address. If you do not have any elastic IP address, just go to allocation elastic IP address, and you will found elastic IP address comes to you over here. Here in the text section, you'll change for the text, add for the text, and remove for the text. Just click on create NAT gateway, and once you click on create NAT gateway, you will come up with the details, the secondary IPv4 address. If you have any secondary IPv4 addresses for this NAT gateway, then you can attach this IPv4 address over here. It's a private IPv4 address, so you can attach over here. You can go in the monitoring section and check for the monitoring of this NAT gateway, that how the packets out to the destination, how to packet source come to source, bytes of the destination, and all those things you will found in this network monitoring, connection establishment, ideal time, attempts, and all those things, errors, and all those things. There are so many monitoring activities are come with this NAT gateway with from the AWS side. Now here you can just go to text. In here in the text you will found the text which we created, and also you can manage the text. You can add the text, remove the text from here. Yeah. Now what we are going to do, we are going to refresh this page. So once we are going to refresh this page, we can find the status of our NAT gateway. So here it is still in pending state. So we need to check for the NAT gateway status from here. So as you see, now our NAT gateway is in available state. So what we are going to do, we are attaching this NAT gateway to our route table. In the private route table, we are attaching this NAT gateway. You know that in our public route table we already attached the internet gateway, which is giving internet connection to our public route table. And in our private route table, what we are going to do, we are attaching the NAT gateway. We are editing and just changing this NAT gateway. We are closing this and just going for the NAT gateway, and we are going to give the NAT gateway here. Okay, sorry, this NAT gateway which we deleted, we have created new one, and this is the one. Yes, yeah. So we replace the NAT gateway over here. As you see, it's in active state, and now we are going for the EC2 instance which we left, and here we run the command again, and here you see in the private instance which is under the public one, here in the private instance you found that the internet connection is come over here. And in the running of this command, what I do, I'll just remove the NAT gateway from here in our route, and you see what happened. So I am removing and saving the changes. So as you see that I am removed the changes, and you see that there is no packets come over here. Now I'll press enter. As you see that there is no packets come over here. It's just a blank screen, blank come. Now I again reattach the NAT gateway to this subnet. I am reattaching this NAT gateway. So yeah, now you see that again the packets are come over here. Now I am just closing this, and here you find that 58 transmission, 28 receives, and packet lost. 51% packets are lost in this complete cycle. So by this NAT gateway we can assign the internet connection to our private subnets for some time, or for some activity purpose, only for some activity purpose, and it only used uh, inside the public EC2 instance which is connected with this private EC2 instance. We are not able to connect directly with this private instance through our CMD or through our terminal. It's only connected from the AWS EC2 instance, which is from that we only connect the private EC2 instance, because we are not come up with any public IP address to connect with the internet. What we do, we only give the NAT gateway some condition that we only attach this EC2 instance when the instance is connected with the public subnet which is attached with that instance. So that's why we only connect with this public subnet EC2 instance to that private subnet EC2 instance. Yeah, thank you for watching this video, and if you have any doubt, feel free to comment below. Please like, share and subscribe MJ Study. Goodbye.